Picture this. You're sitting across from a woman who captivates you. The energy is there, the conversation is smooth, but something's off. You can feel it. She's not fully locked in. Not yet. Now, what if I told you there are 6 powerful questions, inspired by the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, that can flip the script? These aren't cheap pickup lines or psychological hacks. They're deeply human questions, designed to spark real emotional connection. By the time you finish this video, you'll have a set of questions that will make her see you in a way most men never achieve. But be warned, once you use them, there's no going back. This is how authentic attraction begins. Why Stoicism? Most people think Stoicism is just about suppressing emotions or toughing things out. But true Stoicism is about mastering yourself, your thoughts, your reactions, your presence. It's about building meaningful relationships based on depth, self-awareness, and calm confidence. And when it comes to love, Stoic principles offer unexpected clarity. Today, we're diving into 6 questions that will not only help you stand out, but will create a bond rooted in emotional intelligence and authenticity. These aren't games. They're tools for becoming the man who doesn't chase connection, but creates it. Let's start with the problem. Most guys go into relationships with a flawed approach. They either push too hard and come across as needy, or they back off too much, trying to seem cool and uninterested. Neither approach works. Why? Because both are based on fear. Fear of rejection, fear of being vulnerable, fear of not being enough. Stoicism teaches us to release what we can't control and take full responsibility for what we can, our mindset, our energy, our actions. That's where your power lies. And it starts with asking the right questions. Question 1. What's something you've always wanted to do but never had the chance to? This question opens the door to her inner world, her dreams, unfulfilled desires, and silent ambitions. Unlike surface-level conversation, this invites vulnerability in a safe, non-judgmental way. You're not just asking what she wants, you're asking what she's yearned for. Maybe it's travel, a creative pursuit, or something deeply personal that life's responsibilities have pushed aside. Why is this so powerful? Because most people, especially in early interactions, don't ask about the future self. They stay in the shallow waters of favorite movies, jobs, or daily routines. But this question says, I care about where your heart wants to go. From a Stoic perspective, it aligns with the idea that we should live in accordance with our nature. That includes understanding and respecting the dreams of others. By listening without trying to fix, judge, or shift the focus to yourself, you become the rare man who sees her, not just as she is now, but as she wants to become. That's magnetic, that's unforgettable, and most importantly, that's real connection. So when you ask this question, be fully present. Don't just hear the words, feel the weight behind them. Let her speak without interruption, without rushing. That's silence between your questions and her answer. That's where the bond begins to form. It's not about having the perfect response. It's about making her feel safe enough to share the part of herself most people overlook. Question 2. What's the hardest challenge you've faced, and how did you get through it? This question is a direct path to understanding a woman's resilience. You're not just asking about a moment of pain, you're asking about transformation. The hardship she chooses to talk about will show you the battles she's fought, but even more importantly, how she fought them. Was she bitter or empowered? Did she collapse under the weight, or did she rise? From a Stoic lens, adversity is the furnace in which character is forged. Marcus Aurelius wrote that obstacles become the way. This question allows her to revisit one of those obstacles and reveal the strength it took to overcome it. It's not about trauma, it's about triumph. This is where you learn about her mindset. Pay attention to her language. Does she focus on blame or ownership, fear or growth? Her story will give you a glimpse into how she handles life's punches and whether her core is built on survival or intention. Just like Stoicism teaches us to reflect and learn from hardship, this question gives her the space to do just that. But remember, don't jump in with your own story too quickly. Let her lead. Your role is not to compete, it's to witness. Your calm, grounded presence will create a space where she feels safe, revealing her depth. When a woman sees that you honor not just her beauty, but her resilience, you stop being a passerby and start becoming someone who truly stands out. Question 3. If you could change one thing in the world, what would it be? This question dives into a woman's core values, the principles she holds, the injustices that bother her, and the vision she has for a better world. In a sea of small talk, this question stands out. It shows that you care about what drives her at a deeper level. From a Stoic perspective, living in harmony with nature includes aligning your life with truth, justice, and purpose. What someone would change about the world reveals what feels off to them, what breaks their heart, what ignites their passion, and what gives them a sense of responsibility. She may talk about environmental issues, inequality, mental health, education, or something more personal, like changing the way people treat one another. Whatever her answer, this is your chance to connect through shared ideals and purpose. It's a window into whether your visions of life are compatible, not just romantically, but philosophically. Many men never ask questions like this because they're afraid of going too deep. But that's exactly why you should. Emotional discipline isn't just about controlling what you feel. It's about being strong enough to hold space for what others feel without flinching. This is where your masculine frame truly shines. You're not trying to solve the world's problems in one night. You're showing her you're a man who thinks, cares, and lives by a set of values larger than yourself. And that kind of presence, it's unforgettable. Question 4. What's something you're really proud of, but rarely get to talk about? This is one of the most powerful questions you can ask, because it gives her permission to be seen in a world where most people are just waiting for their turn to talk. We all have accomplishments that shaped us, but many go unnoticed or uncelebrated. This question invites her to bring one of those moments to the surface. Maybe it's a project she poured her soul into, a personal habit she finally conquered, or a risk she took that changed everything. Whatever it is, it matters to her, and by showing that it matters to you, you immediately deepen the emotional resonance between you. Stoicism teaches us to take pride in our virtue, not our vanity. This isn't about bragging. It's about acknowledging one's efforts, growth, and inner discipline. When you ask her this question, you're not inflating her ego. You're honoring her essence. And there's an added layer. How you respond is just as important. Celebrate her without putting yourself in the spotlight. Let her feel proud without feeling the need to downplay it or justify it. When you give someone space to feel appreciated for who they really are, beyond surface attraction or societal roles, something shifts, trust deepens, emotional safety increases, and suddenly, you're not just a man she's talking to, you're someone who truly sees her. Ask this question with calm curiosity and watch her light up in a way few men ever get to witness. Question 5. What's a lesson you've learned that completely changed your perspective? This question invites her into a space of wisdom, not just facts or memories, but insights that shaped how she now moves through life. It's one of the most intimate questions you can ask, not because it's intrusive, but because it gently calls her to reflect on her inner evolution. Life is full of pivotal moments, experiences that shook us, woke us up, or humbled us. Stoicism teaches that true growth comes not from avoiding hardship, but from learning through it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you ask this question, you're helping her uncover those moments of clarity. Maybe she learned to stop pleasing everyone. Maybe she realized love isn't about perfection. Or maybe she redefined what success means after a major failure. Her answer will give you direct access to the way she interprets life and how deep her self-awareness runs. Don't rush this one. Give her space to sit with the question. Let the silence stretch if needed. Real insight comes from presence, not pressure. And as she shares, don't analyze or compare, just receive. That's the Stoic way, to observe, reflect, and appreciate without trying to control the moment. In a world that moves too fast, this question slows things down and shows her that you're the kind of man who values depth over drama, growth over games. Question 6. If you could design your perfect day, what would it look like? This question may seem light, but it's a direct window into her true values and what brings her joy. It's not about fantasy or luxury, it's about what makes her feel most alive. What fills her cup? What gives her peace? Most people live on autopilot, rushing from task to task. But Stoicism teaches us to live with intention, to find fulfillment in the present moment. Not someday, but today. By asking her to describe her ideal day, you're inviting her to define what contentment means to her. Maybe her perfect day involves waking up without an alarm, sipping coffee in silence, going for a walk, spending time with family, and creating something meaningful. Or maybe it includes adventure, new experiences, or deep conversation. Whatever she says, you're not just hearing preferences, you're hearing her blueprint for joy. And here's where it gets interesting. If your ideal days overlap, there's something real to explore. If they don't, it sparks a meaningful conversation about lifestyle, priorities, and values, without pressure or performance. This question lets her feel heard in a world where most people only ask what she does, not what makes her feel alive. So ask this with genuine interest. Let her paint the picture. Don't interrupt. Don't try to impress. Just listen, be present, and appreciate her vision. Because once a woman sees that you care about her joy, not just her attention, she'll start to care about you in a much deeper way. So there you have it, 6 questions rooted in timeless Stoic wisdom that go far beyond surface-level conversation. These aren't tricks. They're not gimmicks. They're a mirror that reveals character, values, and the quiet depths that most people never take the time to explore. When you ask these questions with calm confidence and authentic curiosity, something powerful happens. You create emotional safety, you invite real connection, and you set yourself apart, not by trying to impress, but by being fully present. Remember, the Stoic path isn't about suppressing emotion, it's about mastering it. It's about showing up in relationships with intention, with strength, and with emotional clarity. And when you lead with that energy, you don't need to chase attraction. You draw it in. If this video resonated with you, and you're committed to becoming the kind of man who leads with self-mastery and depth, hit that subscribe button. This channel is for those who believe that love should be built on truth, not tactics. And don't stop here. Check out the next video where we dive even deeper into how Stoicism can radically transform the way you show up in love, in connection, and in life. I'll see you there. Stay grounded, stay intentional, and as always, stay stoic.